One day, Peter, one day, I'll just remember to turn the goddamn mic on. Thanks for the heads up. Morning, everyone. How we doing? How we doing? Let's have a little look how we're doing on this crazy Monday. I won't be getting political. However, we obviously, it will be having an effect on our current markets. So we'll have to be a little bit careful. So I will only be taking my proper setups. I won't be taking anything untoward because we just don't know what will happen. So where are we right now? So our 1 hour alpha zones have been trending. We have been bearish since around 8 o'clock last night, 9 o'clock last night. So we had a push down, such a big gap down, and the market rallied, obviously, after the gap. Try and fill some of that. Morning, La Laruta. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us. You trading Nasdaq with us today? So because of this, let's just have a little overview. Because of the gap, we ended up with this massive one break candle down, which screwed us getting any more candles until we took either the high or low of this, which we did. And once we took the low of that, we were able to get signals again. To which this one played out lovely. It's the only one that we're able to get out of all this, to be fair, but it's a winner. And we're still bearish here. Now, in theory, we are still bearish. The trend is still bearish. State here is still bearish, but obviously our alpha zones have started to step up. We have taken the high of the previous hour and the high of the hour before that. So we may be looking to get some sort of deeper pullback here. So let's go through what we need. So we need our 1 hour alpha zone to be above or below. It is. We have a tiny bit of light of day between, and it is above. So we do need to be careful, obviously, because of the current climate and because all our alpha zones have been going bearish here. And this could just be a little pullback before we continue on down, which looks like that might be what it is. We're looking for our two traffic lights to be in line. So right now, our alpha zones are bullish. Our traffic lights are green. So in theory, Couldn't take this one. They weren't both green. In theory, if we got a buy signal here, we could take it. I think I'll be risking down today a bit. What are your plans today with currently what's going on? Are you not trading? You paper trading instead? Get some practice in. Sensible move. So we've had a push up on this hour to not trade oil. I wouldn't be touching oil either. I'd be a bit weary about gold as well, to be fair. But definitely not oil. It carries on. It might hit $100 a barrel if it hasn't already. Are all the ships still there? All the oil ships still? Are they all parked up, not able to get through? I haven't actually looked at the news this morning, which I should have done. That was silly of me. Let's see. So what I want to see really is if we can get a break up and a push, then fine. I'll take it with a bit of reduced risk. I am wary of bullish today, but just got to follow the plan. If we end up with a loss, as long as we're risking down, not being too silly, then yeah, let's just not do anything silly. Let's not take any trades that aren't in your plan today. Make sure you've got a maximum risk. So, whether that be 2 losses, 3 losses, whatever your plan is, stick to it. There's times like these when you chase are times when you can get chopped up. So if you're not subscribing, guys, don't forget to hit that button and do give us a like, see if we can get this out to a few more people. But I appreciate you all coming on early on a Monday. Tell you what, I wouldn't have minded some signals here, to be fair, though. It was absolutely beautiful. Was it the same on normal candles? Let's have a look. So normal candles. I think it probably was, but we'll have a look. I've also got 2 trades on normal candles. Any before? No. Kept this out. Same. Two winners on normal. So we've opened our queue, obviously right down here. Just popping our 4 hour on our daily. So currently gone above our 4 hour. And we are tapping into our daily. There we go. Great reason why price has halted there. So what we really want to see is, if it's going to go bullish, fine, but if we're going to take a short, then we need our traffic lights to align. For both of them to align, I would expect the price is going to have to come right down here. I'm not going to take a trade directly into the queue, especially not today. And so if looking for a short, I'd be looking for a short around here. To continue with the trend. This is quite a lot of resistance altogether. Seems to be getting a decent push back down. Let's have a little look at our important levels, see what we've got available. So that's interesting. So yeah, we did have the queue did close up here and it's open down here, but in all honesty, I'm not going to hang my hat on the queue gap getting filled today. Not right now anyway. Although it has started to fill it, which often when it starts to fill it, it'll go and fill it. But we are in unprecedented times. Got anything else around us? Everything was going to be above there, wasn't it, after the fall? No, not loads of liquidity below. Yeah, we've got a big gap there, like. Okay, well, let's see. There's no point trying to predict. Path Patel, how are you doing? It depends what you're trading. Depends when you're trading. Depends what your rules are. Are you the Path Patel? Yeah, I'm really good, mate. Cautious today. Cautious. $5,773. Path, are you the Path from our Discord? I'm assuming you're not. You're not already with us? It's probably sensible, Path. I just said at the start of the stream, I still want to come on but I'm just going to risk down. Well, Path, we will be happy to have you, buddy. And good luck on your payout. Check out Brent Oil. It's been pumping over the weekend. I'm not touching oil, mate. No, not touching oil. There'll be one thing I won't be going near. There's probably lots of money to be made. There's a lot to be lost as well. I feel like I'd be more comfortable, if I'm being honest, and this is personal preference, I'd be more comfortable if it just trickled down here, we get a sell signal and it goes red and then we go short. I feel like that would be more realistic, shall we say. I was watching it with waiting to see what would happen today, obviously after the weekend. I don't know where everyone is in the world, but I hope everyone is safe. I'm in pretty non-eventful UK, so right now, pretty non-eventful. Path, the reason I asked you is we did have, I'm just going to check now, see if I can find him. Let's kick me out. I'll have a look on my phone instead. Let's see. Yes, it must be quite a common name, but there was another gentleman called Path Patel who did in the region of $450,000 in profits using Alpha Zones. That's why I was like, you're not the Path Patel, are you? I would like to see shorts, but and if we're gonna go long, really, I want to get above the daily, really, but that wouldn't hold me back if it does start going bullish. But we've got 10 minutes left of this hour. Let's have a look at big money. I'm just going to turn our daily off just to clean it up a little bit. So with the big money indicator, I'm just going to pop on a couple of times that we are in our visual. Here we go. Let's have a look at our highs and lows here. Our bigger impulses. Here we go. I think what we'll see all the way down is one good thing about the big money indicator is we'll be able to see all the way down that is sellers are holding. Tap and go. High to low. Tap and go. High to low. Tap and go. Probably went through that one there. Yep, did the higher one. Morning, never suffer. How we doing, buddy? Yeah, and I don't think it's retraced to many. We might get some on the way down, but yeah, I'm good. Just saying, I'm going to be a little bit cautious today. Risk down. Not take any silly trades. Today is the day to get burned. No, I've not took anything yet. Nothing yet. So I haven't took anything yet. Just purely it came on around here. And there were no signals until here. Anyway, due to the drop. And then nothing aligned for these for me. Been tapping into our daily. Wow. I need to go to bed. Whether or not it's just going to continue to just consolidate around on us. I'm hoping not. So, Mo, this is Nasdaq 1 minute time frame. Not touching oil today or gold. Not while the orange man's got his stick out. And right now, I can only take longs. Alpha zone's opened above. We've took the high the previous hour. Traffic lights are green. Not really feeling longs, if I'm being honest. For obvious reasons. We are smack bang headbutting our daily as well, which doesn't help. Spent half my weekend trying to get my X account back because some little scammer tried to steal it. Well, did steal it, but thankfully I got it back. I was rather concerned. Spent a few years building that up. I'd have been mighty upset if that had been nicked off me. But these scammers don't care, do they? Fortunately, they haven't been able to message anyone or anything in my name. I was more concerned as well that they didn't try and take money off anyone. Seeing it happen. So we've had a break candle up, so we could get a buy signal. Not overly sure about a buy signal, as I said, but we could. Let's just stick on our trend traffic lights just to see. So we could get a buy signal. They're all green. Interesting. We have come down quite a long way, so we could be looked to be getting a bigger pullback. My rules still sit with a buy, as much as but we'd need volume to kick in as well. Alpha zone signals have volume built in, so they won't appear without volume. Anyone else took any trades yet today? Tanji, how you doing? Thanks for saying hi. Don't forget to give us a like on the stream. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Just waiting to see for things to line up for us. Looking for, as our 1 hour alpha zones have opened above. See, everyone's being sensible. I like it. These are the days to be sensible. To be fair, they're probably the days not to trade. So we're getting a new 1 hour alpha zone. There we go. It's forming right now. 30 seconds left. So either way, our alpha zone has again opened. This is Nasdaq Tangi on futures NQ1. So our alpha zone's opened above. It's now open. It's now above again. We want our alpha zone above. So that has cemented the fact that we're only looking for longs. To get a short, if everything else aligned, the only way I'd be looking to take a short is if we were to sell below this Q zone here. Otherwise, we're only in this for longs. That may make it a long, arduous live session, but I say long. Not anywhere near, then I won't stay, but it's Monday. We're here. We're ready to take a trade. See if this can break above. We could get a buy signal. We could. This is probably going to be it. So we've just taken the high of the previous hour. And here's our buy signal, as predicted. See if it holds. Okay, that's confirmed. Right, so we use a stop order above. If volume takes us through the candle, then it'll take us in. We've got TP1, TP2, and TP3. That's 0.5R, 1R, 1.5. TP2 is our 1R is 728.75. Okay, let's tap me in. Stop below the swing low, which is 611.75. Now I've risked down on this, guys. Just gonna go below there because that is not right. Because we have been super bearish. But within our rule set, everything's aligned. So our 1 hour alpha zones, let's just go through it. Even though for the last few hours, 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours, our alpha zones have been going bearish, 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 bearish. We've then opened above, and now we've opened above again. We're above our Q. We're in our daily, which is obviously a slight point of concern. But our 4 hours bullish, our Q's bullish. It's whether or not we're just in the end of a pullback and it continues bearish, but that's the point. It's the reason we've not over risked. No, Philly. This is Nasdaq. I'm not touching gold. Not today. See if we're going to carry on up. If we start to get near to our target, I will probably go break even just to reduce any risk today. Still having a fight in our daily. The traffic lights are big money traffic lights. That's there to help you with trend. They're basically just an indication of when to take a trade and when not to take a trade. There's a lot of things built inside them. But I only take longs when they're both green, and I only take shorts when they're both red. Simple as that. If anyone does want to look at any indicators I'm using today, you're welcome to. I'm not going to spend my time pitching, but they're all max algo indicators. And they all come together. The signals, the alpha zones, the traffic lights. So we're getting our push back. With us tapping straight through our 1 hour alpha zone, it may be that we just come back and test this, or it could be that it takes us out, but let's see. So let's have a little look at big money. So we've got our low. It's here actually. See the pull back in here. There we go. So we've got a low and we've got our high. It's not come down to that, so we'll see. So where does our daily alpha zone end? Is it huge? It's probably going to be huge, isn't it? We're right up here at the top. Oh, probably not the best trade to take sat all in our daily, but hey ho. See if we can get a tap into the 1 hour alpha zone and go. One of the reasons that give me confidence, whether or not it pays off or not, I don't know, but was we do have this Q gap. So what that means is the QQQ, which maps the Nasdaq, closed here, and our Q opened up here. So we've got this big gap in between, and the Q does like to fill the gap. However, we are getting quite a push into this 1 hour alpha zone. Could do with the rejection. It'll come and get me, won't it, after 3 wins on Friday? See, we've got our low and our high here. We're tapped into this. This is our big money buyer zone. It's whether or not it holds. So if you haven't already, guys, don't forget to give us a like on the stream. It does help me. All we're trying to do is trying to get it out to as many people as possible. See if our 1 hour and our buyers can hold. It's a bit chilly in here today. See if we can get price back up. It's fighting with it at the minute, isn't it? Yes, Alan. Toffees did have a good win at the weekend. Unfortunately, I wasn't in Newcastle for it. I had to be at home for this one. But yes, very good win. Thank you. Who'd you follow, Alan? Come on, 1 hour hold. Doesn't feel good, does it? Chelsea. That wasn't a good one in the end, was it? It was always going to be a tough game, though. Wasn't helped by you sending off. A little drop down, see how we're looking. Just because I'm being nosy. When was the last time you traded a war involving directly the USA? Well, I haven't. I don't think. Not like this, anyway. Yeah, well, it's not getting much rejection out of this 1 hour. It's holding it, but it's not getting much rejection. What you hope for is that to tap and go. You and your metals, Hogs. You and your metals. See if we can get a break up. No, I'm not looking to get too far. I am tempted for the Q, though. I am tempted for the Q gap. Okay. See if we can carry on. But as soon as I say that, it'll go down again. Yeah, this is not done yet. It's that back into our 1 hour alpha zone. Come on, take the high and let's carry on. after a lot, are we, guys? Bit of bullish price action. Okay. It's a bit more like it. See if we can carry on up. Don't like the fact that it opened it so far down, but let's see. Yeah, to be fair, I know what you're saying in regards to the low. I'm just going to go below the alpha zone, is what I'm going to do. If it comes back below the 1 hour now, it comes, yeah, so around here, but just below the 1 hour alpha zone. Reduces the risk to, what, about 75%, 65% of it. Because I don't want to see it come below here now. What's that? 628. So I've moved my stop in the interest of transparency just under our 1 hour alpha zone, reducing my risk. So if it comes down there now, then I will get taken out. And the reason for that is this isn't what I want to see a trade do. So it may go on to win. It also may go on to lose. But our ideal trades within a few candles go on to target. So it's just about managing this now. Looks like it might come down. hey ho, I'd lowered the risk anyway, and I'd lowered the risk on how much I wanted to risk on the trade for this exact scenario, because we don't really know how today's going to play out. Kevin, I took the long. It's about to kill me. But I'd lowered my risk right down because I'm not taking any chances today. It's only going to take a rogue comment or a rogue missile or something, and all of a sudden your slippage is 50% through your stop or something. So it's just not worth messing around with. But let's see. We can get another solid push up, another break candle up, then you never know. It's still tapping into our 1 hour at the minute, so still looks like it's probably going to take me out. So for us to take a short, if this does come down, I'd want to be below our Q zone, below this 1 hour zone as well, for us to be taking a short. Still fighting with our 1 hour. See if we can get a close above and get a break candle. That'd be a little bit more positive. Come on, Nasdaq. Bit better. Come on. Really want to see it take this. "25 seconds left. Come on." Another candle at the top. Good. Keep on pushing. That's what I want to see. Because if it fails to take that and this, then this is the worry. Not more bearish than a failed high. "20 seconds left on this one. See if we can get a little push up. Like the high to be at the end of the candle, really. Come on. Close above. Come on. I'm using alpha zones. Who are you? Sorry. React Alone. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. So I'm trading with alpha zones from Max Algo. There's my 1 hour alpha zone. There's my previous 1 hour alpha zone. So I'm looking for them to be trending bullish or bearish for me to take either a bullish or bearish trade. I'm looking for my traffic lights to align, and I'm looking for a signal in the right direction. Okay, so we tap that. That's good. Let's hope that's not just a little sweep of it. Pull down early in the candle. See if we can get a push up towards the end. No, that's not what I wanted to see. Come on, push up. I'm going to get price up here. Come on. So we're targeting 728.75. So we're 35 minutes into the hour. The second hour of our queue. We're above our queue. We're in our daily. Really want to see it take this. If we can get a big push up, what we need is some venom in the candle. struggling. $20 seconds left on this candle. See if we can get a push up at the end. We can get us a bit closer and then the candle take the high. So I've currently got a target of 1R here at 728.75. I'm not the whole reason why, even though I didn't really fancy longs, other than everything had aligned. And we do have our Q gap here, which just makes me wonder whether we'll just come up, take the Q gap and carry on down. Come on, take that high. Big candle up. Come on. And at the top, gonna push. So if we're going to have a bullish hour, there is a 70% chance that that's our low, statistically speaking. That's not my opinion, that's just a mathematical fact. Bullish hour, your low was 70% chance of it being in the first 20 minutes. Come on, take the high. Don't like that. Come on, get a rocket up, yeah. Probably not appropriate, sorry. Push. We need a bit of volume. End of the candle, open at the top. Oh. It's time to move, Nasdaq. Come on, stop playing games. Swine. On that basis, I am moving my stop up below here. That was my worry. So I've moved up above here. So I'm about 50% of the risk, just over, sorry. Hopefully it's just a swoop down and carry on. Nope. I'm tempted to close it, but I'm not going to. Tap down. Tapped into a big money zone. I hate it when it plays like this. The fact that it failed to take that is obviously a concern. It's just swooped and reversed. But we've reduced our risk again, so hopefully this is just tapping into our big money zone. Sell, buyers hold, and we carry on up. Fill our Q gap. Samitcha, welcome. You got a fib there, have you? Okay. Interesting. Not really. Not with this, no. I do know about fibs, obviously, but no, I don't use it with this. Because I end up trying to overanalyze everything. Fibs, MACD, VWAP, bosses and jocks, and so that's why I've tried to build everything into these so that I can just stick to these confluences. So we tapped into our big money zone. Yes, it does work on gold and Bitcoin. We've got people in the Discord who trade both. Someone, crypto. Come on, take this high. Stop fucking around now. Oh, you didn't close above, you fucker. This is the very top of our 1 hour alpha zone there. I think if I throw big money here, I think what you'll find yeah. Tapped up to it here, and we're still tapping into it. We tapped up to it here previous hour, overnight, 1 a.m. New York time, and we're still tapping into the same area here. We've failed to get above that yet. Let's just, in the interest of entertainment, right, let's have a look. So what are we on? We should be on 2. We are on 2. Got a high and a low internally there that it's rejected off. It's the same as the big one. So whether or not it's holding this. Tapped into it there. One of them's going to have to give. Tapped into it there. Come on, buyers. Come on, buyers. Hold. Loose nut. What do you mean, what am I in for? How much? Only a couple $100, mate. I've low risk. Not taking any risk on the markets today. Exactly. That's what I started the stream saying. It's like there's no point being Billy Big Balls when you just don't know what's going to happen today. So I would have probably stayed out of longs, if I'm being honest, due to how far we've come down. However, our alpha zones have trended all the way down bearish, and then obviously we've started to get a bigger pullback, and then everything aligned for me here. My alpha zone opened above. Got a buy signal. I've got 2 green traffic lights. It broke the high of the previous hour. Everything was sort of in my favor. So I didn't mind taking the trade. I regret it now. And the only reason I took the long, if I'm being honest, which, as I say, in my heart of hearts, I was like, I don't really like longs today, was because of the Q gap. And I feel like the Q gap, once it starts to be filled like this, then we usually go on to fill it. So excuse me. So my stop's just under the previous low. If it comes down and takes me out, so fucking what? It is what it is. I've reduced my risk anyway, so it's probably only about 150 quid anyway, 160 quid, something like that. But the Q gap is always one. It's reasonably close. When I was looking at it before, I was like, it's miles away. But we've already done. What have we done on it? Let's see. We've probably done 50% of it. That's the only reason I'm like, once it starts to fill the Q gap, it normally goes on to fill it. Genuinely, I'd say probably 85% of the time. That's not official, by the way. That's just my belief from last couple of years watching it. So come on, what we really need is either I get out of this trade because we're back at pretty much break even. Well, I've low risked, so do you know what? I said this before. Just the Q gap. It's just the Q gap. If the Q gap wasn't there, I'd just close this break even, if I'm being honest. But for the sake of the small risk, or am I being silly with so many failed attempts at that high? I might be being silly here. Should have just got out break even, shouldn't I? Well, what will be, will be. Oh, come on. Sorry, I missed all your messages there. Cheers, mate. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. Welcome. Australia. Nice. Whereabouts? We're above on our 4 hour at the minute. But it's not going to. So our 4 hour alpha zone's here. We're on our final. Ooh. Yeah, so new 4 hour. Oh, I'm just going to give that a tiny bit of room. Tapping into our 1 hour alpha zone. $10.56. That's going to take me out. Glad I lowered my risk. So we've got 2.5 minutes left of this hour. 2.5 minutes left of our 4-hour candle. It's a shame it's so close to taking me out within the next 2.5 minutes, because your new 4-hour candle, you'd hope you could get that little bit of a push in a direction. See if it breaks above. No conviction yet. We're 20 seconds before the open of our new 4-hour candle. I've rejected out of our hourly, rejected, but we've also been bouncing off this big money zone above. So it's sellers have not been able to get through there. So we've got our new 1-hour forming, our new 4-hour forming. So our 1-hour alpha zone has opened above again. So let's just, while it does this, because it's either going to keep us in or it's not. So our 1-hour alpha zone, a 1-hour alpha zone, a 1-hour alpha zone. So we've gone bullish, bullish, and there's our new one, bullish again. So from the alpha zones, we are still trending upwards. But obviously we are very, very early in this hour. Come on, girl. Need a bit of confidence in it now, don't we? Bit of conviction to the upside. That's not what I'd class yet as conviction, but let's see. Sorry, Jack. I was deep in my chart. Welcome, Jack Bragg. Thanks for joining us. This is Nasdaq, 1 minute time frame. Currently trading alpha zones. So my new 1 hour alpha zone has opened above my previous 1 hour. Mad Raddy. Welcome. Yep, Nasdaq, but it's NQ futures. NQ1. See if we can get above our 1 hour and our 4 hour again. Trading 212. No, this is Trading View. This is day trading. Come on. Let's get a push up. Let's get our bullish hour moving. Sup? How you doing? Do I like what I do? Yeah. And is it all I do for work? Well, I do have my fingers in a couple of other pies, but I mainly do my trading indicators. Yeah. Nasdaq, this NQ1 futures chart, 1 minute time frame. So I am in a trade that is currently a little bit of drawdown here. Took this buy signal. Reason I took the buy signal, as much as it wasn't ideal in that we've been very, very bearish and we don't know what the fuck's going to go on with the markets today. There we go, see. We do have a gap on the QQQ above, which made me fancy hitting the Q. But it is not played out like that up to now, so it is what it is. I had low risked because of the current climate that we're all in. Don't want to be taking too many chances. Volume's built into the indicators. There we go. So we are going to go bearish. Which is fine. We thought that might be the case. We rejected out of here 3 times, 4 times. Which is always going to be a concern. But I did fancy filling that Q gap. Now, it may still go on to fill it. It may just come down and take us out beforehand. I don't even know what Sharpe ratio is, mate, if I'm being honest. I know what you're talking about. No, I know what you're talking about, but no, I don't use that. No, I do know what you're talking about now. I just realised what the actual formula, but no, I don't use it. So we are getting a sell signal, which obviously I'm not going to take. Our traffic lights are green. Our alpha zones have opened bullish. This could just be our hefty pullback from that long move down. But it looks as though it's done with our bullish move. We're tapping back into our 1 hour alpha zone. Pushing back up to tap our 1 hour. Stay with me, guys. Back 1 second. Right then. Morning, Amrit. How you doing, brother? How's everything your part of the world, mate? You had some time off last week, didn't you? Wasn't maybe the best week to get back into it. You never know, we might get some trendy markets. Right now we're just playing around, bouncing around in our daily. Yeah, I took the buy. So I'm about to get chopped up on. I only went low risk though, Amrit, because for obvious reasons. And if I'm being honest, I only really wanted a short, other than the fact that the queue opened, it went bullish, and we've got a queue gap here. So that was my, you know the way you convince yourself sometimes that you should take the trade? That was what I did. But I still stand by my argument that the queue gap normally gets filled, so. Just opened the chart and saw the price range, and I was like, T is definitely in that trade. You were right, Amrit. You were right. I was like, it's green, it's above. I just gotta take it. Yes, Jack. It's futures. So it is Nasdaq. Yeah, but I trade futures, not CFDs. Ah, well. I really wanted that gap. Hey ho. That's why we don't risk too much, so we don't get too upset. Welcome back. Glad to have you back. How you doing? Good, man. Some lovely time with my kids at the weekend. Lovely time. Nice time with my lovely wife. Life is good. Well, it's not took me out yet. So, in for a penny, in for a pound, as they say here. Is it just going to be a wick tap back into our 1 hour and then come back down again? Or is this our low? Feels like it went early. Feels like a wick. Do I want you to subscribe? I'd love you to subscribe. It's up to you though, buddy. I'd love you all to give me a like on the stream. That'd be nice. That helps. Yeah, see, wicking. It was a bit early in the minute. You know, you get that push up at the start. I'm on Heiken-Ashi candles, if that's what your confusion is, buddy. I trade on Heiken-Ashi, it smooths things out for me. I prefer it. So 5 seconds left on this candle. Price is at the top. That's a positive. That is a positive. See if price gets above our 1 hour and 4 hour again. See if we can get a push up. Could get interesting if it does. Okay, so we just put a new high in of the hour at 18 minutes. So, statistically, the probabilities on an hourly candle are give or take 1% or 2, depending on what pit time period you look over. You get the high in a bullish hour, you'll get the low in the first 20 minutes 70% of the time. It's between 69 and 71, fluctuates. And in a bearish hour, you'll get the high in the first 20 minutes. So bullish, low in the first 20, high, low in the low, bearish, high in the first 20. So currently, there you go. So 20 minutes, that is currently our high. So if we're going to get a bullish, bearish hour, could be our high. Now, obviously, that doesn't always play out. I said 70% of the time, so you do get 30% of the time that doesn't happen. But it is good for understanding how an hourly candle works. Heiken-Ashi candles smooth them out. So what they do is they take a couple of candles and they do an average on price rather than. Abdullah, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to give us a like on the stream. Subscribe if you want to. Cheers, Abdullah. Yeah, I'm currently in a long. I was a bit dubious about it. I went in here. So, just to give you an overview again. Obviously, turn this off. So, I'm just going to turn my 4-hour off. I'm going to give you a quick 60-second overview of why I took a long. Even though we're probably going to lose the long, but I took a punt on it for a reason. So, it did follow my rules. We are coming back below at the minute. However, let me just zoom out so you can see. I trade alpha zones. So if my alpha zone opens below and my candles are red and my traffic lights are red, then I'm looking for a sell signal below. Below, 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 below. So all the way down here, I'd only be looking for sells. Here, sell still here, which is the first one that played out because we didn't get any signals before it. Sell winner. Not looking for buys because my alpha zone had opened bearish. We hadn't took the high the previous hour and the traffic lights hadn't aligned. And didn't want it to come back below, to be fair. And that's not looking good for that trade. But that's the reason we risked down on it. So yes, the alpha zone opened above. I was waiting for the traffic lights to go green. They didn't go green in time for this buy signal. They did go green in time for this. So I had green traffic lights. Alpha zones opened above again. And as much as the reason I didn't fancy longs is for obvious reasons, the markets are a bit crazy at the minute. And I expected it to go short. The Q, which was here, our Q zone, which is maps the ticker for the QQQ, opened with a gap. So let's see here. So our Q closed here on Friday and opened down here. So we've got this gap. Now, what you often find, I'm going to turn these off. I'll just mark the Q1 so you can see. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Just going to put Q gap. So my logic was, oh, the text is white, that's why. Dickhead. There we go. So there's our Q gap. At the moment, shall you buy or sell gold? I ain't telling you to buy or sell anything, especially not metals, because I don't trade them enough to give you advice. And this is not financial advice. This is just for fun. I'm trading it. I'm not telling anyone to copy my trades. You get me in trouble, you. So yeah, so what I was saying was, when I got the buy signal here, even though we've been so bearish, what you often get when the Q opens, if it starts to fill the gap on the Q, you often find that before coming, if it was going to go bearish, before going bearish again, that it would fill that gap first. So if we're going to have a bearish day, now that we've come, what is pretty much, what, 50% of the way? Why is everything white? Everything's fucking white. Wrong box. Yeah, if anything was going to... we're about 50% of the way there anyway. So for it to fill 50% of the gap, it very often fills the whole gap. Very often. So yeah, so there was my logic. Whether or not it's right is yet to be seen. But we're still in. In the interest of entertainment, I've kept the trade open. I was tempted to close it here and go break even because it wasn't doing what I wanted it to do, but I've only low risked, so. What am I trading in? Well, I'm using TradingView here. I use Tradeify, and I'm on trade of 8. It is not great price action though. Above, below, above, below, above. Not great. When you see your alpha zones trending, what you're looking for is this. Out, signal. Out, see, not this. And then this one's gone. No, not what we're looking for. But if I only traded perfect trades, then it would be a lot less entertaining. So we're tapping back into, let's just get back in here. Tapping back into our 1 hour alpha zone. Why does my chart look different on trade of 8? Coming back below our hour again. Price action is just shite. It's fighting with it. So it failed to get below our 1 hour again. We've put in a new high for the hour. Are we going to go? Come on, you. Let's go fill this Q gap. $20 seconds left on this candle. We have absolutely failed to get above here. If it fails on here again, then I'm gonna lift up here. Don't want it coming back below this 1 hour. Come on, Nasdaq. Come on. She's a tease. Come on. Okay, so we've gone above. We're getting a buy signal. Our traffic lights are green. You went on the golden candle, Bugzilla, and you got a W. Well done, mate. GG. Good trade. I do like a golden candle out of a 1 hour alpha zone. So we've taken the high of the previous hour. This is what we were struggling to do all the way here. Ooh. Is it going to reject again? Welcome, Jesus. Mumet, thanks for subscribing. Okay, so that buy signal right now is not an entry until it takes the top of that. We use a stop order. If it takes the low before it takes the top, then it's invalid. The signal goes. So that is invalid. Mbar Moksha, welcome. Don't forget to give us a like on the stream. Subscribe if you want to see us again. But thanks for joining us. I don't think it actually took it. It didn't actually take the low. See if it carries on up. So 36 minutes into the hour. So we're going to get a push up. Get us up to my little friend, the Q gap. Not that I'm going to stay on, now that we've been on 2 hours or so, I'm not going to stay on all the way to the Q gap. If we can get up to 1R, I'll take that. Martin, welcome, buddy. This is Nasdaq. I'm just gonna write it on. There's Nasdaq NQ1 futures, 1 minute time frame. What are you trading, mate? Gold and silver. Everyone's liking metals at the minute. Sindria, thanks for subscribing. Welcome. It's appreciated. So I've moved my stop up underneath the 1 hour alpha zone here because if it comes below here, I ain't paying around with it anymore. Price action is not being kind here. So we're tapping back towards our 1 hour alpha zone. With my stop being here now, it is what it is. I'm not going to lose very much now. At all. So we tapped our 1 hour alpha zone. Is it going to go smashing through? Could be positive if it closes back above here now. Probably can't see it on mobile, but see the green line here? When the candle extends along, you'll see it better in a few seconds. Because that would give us if it closes above here, which is not going to in this candle. But there you go, that'll give us a break candle to the bullish side, as you can see. Which is a bit more positive. MES, you're talking about trading ES? MES, micros ES? Is that what you mean? Well, I'm trading Nasdaq, so they're very, very similar. You'll often see the prices, they map very similarly. Similarly? That's a tongue twister for me this morning. I used to trade ES a lot more. Come on. Close at the top. Better. We need that push up. Currently our high is at 34 minutes. $36, which is statistically not high probability. It can happen, but it's not high probability. Yeah, it's all a bit jumpy at the minute. God knows what it looks like on normal candles. Okay, now. Yeah. No. No thanks. Stick to Heikenhashi. Right, come on. Let's take this high. I'm looking at UQ gap. No, it's not ideal. You are right. It's not. But I knew it was going to be shit today. It's just whether or not it was worth coming on. And I thought, you know what? For some reason, some of you actually look forward to coming on. So I thought, sod it. Let's come on and have a chat. Now, the question is, do I just take me 1R? I think I do. I was one tick away. We've been here a long time. Don't you dare not take me. Do not do that after 2.5 hours. So let me just mark out where I am. So I was at 728. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Well, I've been done by 3 ticks. Come on, get it back up. Come on. Nice little push for me. Take that high. 1R. Well done, Amrit. Yes. There we go. That's me done. There's my W. There's me win. Patience. Stayed in. Reduced my risk. I'll take the win. That was a long slog, wasn't it? I don't like them when they're like that. Right then. On that note, Nico, are you taking it? You can. I'm not. I'm going to go get some lunch. I'm taking me win. Took me an hour and 55 minutes holding out for this choppy, shitty price action. So I will take the win. And I'll have a look later. Probably won't, to be fair. Probably just going to take the win and not take another trade now, to be fair. Yeah. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Much love. Don't be silly on the markets today. Risk down or don't trade.